should your vision board look like? It should look like who you are going to be at the end of the day. But we're not really ready for the person that we have to become to have it. And this leads me to the final thing, which is, it's not about the destination, it's about the process. It's about who you're becoming at the end of the day. And welcome again, everyone, to my Vlogmas Day 4. It's been an amazing journey, and thank you so much for your subscription, your liking and commenting on my videos. It is an absolute love and support right here, and I really appreciate you. So let's get into today's video. Yesterday's video I talked about community, how that community is important for you in 2025, and that no one should live a life of being isolated, because isolation is such a destructive thing to humanity. We're not created to be isolated. And then I said that you have to find community, but community has to fit your identity. So you have to find the people that speak your language, people that speak not just the language of your now, the language of your future, right? I also shared with you like the advantages I have experienced in my community, that even though I have an online community, I also have an offline community, which helps in helping me grow wholesomely. So I shared with you the need for the community helps to protect, community provides and supports, and many more. So I hope you did watch, and today we'll talk about vision board. Now it's I know it's like the buzz thing. Everyone should have a vision board. You go on Pinterest, pick a couple of pictures, get a cardboard, and be like, oh, what my 2025 will look like. That's great. However, when creating a vision board, you have to also not just do stuff based on the fact that everybody's doing it, and at the same time not just do stuff based on the aesthetics of things. Like, I mean, most people want to travel, most people want to have money, most people want to do all of those things, right? So it's not like that's wrong. However, most times we do not see those things coming to pass. Why? Because you are not creating your vision board based on your seasons. I am such a big fan of seasons. I stopped caring about like age, maybe 6 years ago, when I just realized that life is not about the physical numbers, but about like your seasons. There are times when you're out there are times when you have solitude, there are times of much, there are times of little, and all of that. And I think like vision board should also define you should create your vision board based on your seasons, your life seasons. And so it's a thing of this. For example, I remember creating the vision board last year, and in my vision board I was like, oh yeah, I want to travel to a couple of countries. I had written down my countries, I had written a couple of things, and blah 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 blah. But guess what? 10% of what I wrote on my vision board came to pass, and the 90% did not. And that was because I was not in the season of those things, right? And so when I entered into this year, I also created some a vision board, but not as like the whole cardboard thing, more like I wrote down goals, and I had some papers that I had written things on the side. And the truth is, some did come to pass, some did not. Same thing, season, right? But after a while, I sat down to realize, okay, where is my life actually headed towards? What's actually the direction of my life, right? And I started in prayers and in alignment with the Holy Spirit, actually building ideas from those, creating the vision from those things. And I've seen that there are some that even came to pass. It became easier to tick my yes goals, right? Because I just saw myself in alignment. A couple of things I had written down was I saw that I needed mentorship, and so I actually went into a program, and I was there, right? And that was such a big goal for me in 2024, because it was on my vision board to have a mentor, and I got it. And now was to go to driving school. So I had been driving before, and then I had an accident which now caused me to fear driving and all of those things, and I felt the need to go back to driving school, and I achieved that. That was a great pass for me. There were a certain amount of money I wanted to achieve, and I did achieve it because it was within my season, right? There are certain things I wanted, like side incomes and stuff. Those I achieved because they were within my season. That was the season, that this was the season for my life. So I really want to recommend that when you're planning out your vision board, really sit down. Don't be quick to just write stuff. Really sit down to think about your season. What is it looking like? For some of us, it could be going back to school, doing a master's. What does it look like? I remember that part of my vision board for this year was actually to go back to school. And for the longest, I actually wanted to school abroad, right? And I just kept thinking, it's abroad or nothing. But even though I didn't go abroad to study, at least I haven't gone yet to study, I was able to find an opportunity to study my master's, and I'm still doing it in a way that it is not disrupting my day-to-day life and my work. You see, it's my season, right? So you really want to define your next season of life on your vision board, and let it be that it is the one guiding what you're doing. Don't just like go off on what people are saying and everything. It doesn't really help. Also, the thing I want to share with you about vision boards is that even when you've written down things and they haven't come to pass in the time frame of the 1 year, you have to be kind to yourself and understand that seasons are not necessarily a 1 year thing. Sometimes it's 3 months, sometimes it's a couple of years, and all of that. So you really want to be kind to yourself and patient to yourself, and just breathe and not get yourself walked out and walked up on because, oh, I wrote this and it hasn't come to pass. Also, realize that answered prayers are also in the problems we don't have. So when certain things were written down and they didn't come to pass, be okay to understand that God is fully in alignment with your life, that He has decided that this was not what you needed for that season because you were not ready for it. We really sometimes just want to have things for the aesthetics and what we think it is, but we're not really ready for the person that we have to become to have it. And this leads me to the final thing, which is, it's not about the destination, it's about the process, it's about who you're becoming at the end of the day. What should your vision board look like? It should look like who you are going to be at the end of the day. It's not about the money you were able to stash, it was also about the person you were going to become. I'm so grateful for this understanding that I now have in terms of what I just said. I remember myself early this year, and how I was so fearful about a couple of things, and how I just trusted God and went on this journey that at the end of the day, what I'm saying is who I have become. It's the identity I now have, a clarity of identity, of confidence, of boldness, of laughter, of many things. And that's something we should really focus on. Like, who am I going to become at the end of the day? So make sure your vision board carries that, that whatever you're painting on it also carries the idea of who you should become at the end of the day. I hope this video was really helpful, and if there are other things you'd like to share, let's know if there are other important things about vision board that you want people to know and to help them with growth. So let's have them in the comments. I'm always open and happy to learn new things. Thank you so much, everyone, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.